Hello webheads, I've got a script here. Don't bother that I won't look in the camera since I've got scripts for every video that I'm making. A red herring, that's what we mostly hear now about the yesterday's tweet by Mr. Slot, which was presumably given to us as an accident, which was probably not, and I explained that in my recent video. Yeah, Dan used to mess up with fans a lot of times, but it doesn't look like he does right now. Maybe it wasn't an accident since he deleted the tweet immediately, but really, I mean, people still doubt that Miguel is superior Spider-Man. A red herring, you know, a red herring of a red herring. That's what I'm going to say. Apparently some people are not very familiar with Miguel Ojada's character, his past, his history. It seems that some of the Spider fans sort of like know Miguel only from the games like, you know, Edge of Time and Shattered Dimensions. It's really hilarious, you know, they pretend to know the character and they keep saying that it's not Miguel just because he's named Miguel and he has claws. Still doesn't mean that he's superior Spider-Man. I mean, really? Let me start with the obvious fact, one of the facts, I mean, claws. After the genetic experiment which happened in Alchemax testing facility, 50% of Miguel's DNA was rewritten with the genetic code of a spider, and one of the superpowers he gained was in talons and claws, which were popping out of his toes and fingers. They are approximately 1 inch long, and after a certain time Miguel learned how to control them. These talons allowed him to climb surfaces, embedding them into walls, you know, and stuff. Second thing, just to analyze the tweet, I mean, there's a page on page 19. I think Miguel can do with his eyes. I mean, alright, Miguel, eyes. This brings me to another topic, and which might sound like I'm over-analyzing it, but I'll still give it a try. One of the few flaws of the experiment, which, besides giving him the superpowers, was the fact that Miguel was very sensitive to the bright light. I thought his vision did improve a lot. He had sort of supervision, which allowed him to see objects that are a great distance away, sort of like zoom in. He could perceive objects in motions that normally seen by people as a blur, you know. So let's go back to him being sensitive to a light. Once exposed to a bright light, he became blind. That's why in most of the issues you can see him wearing sunglasses. It became sort of like, you know, his habit. Something Miguel can do with his eyes. I guess he can indeed. As I said, I might be over-analyzing things, but it's still quite an interesting point. The tweet itself was not an accident. It was probably done by purpose, just to mess up with fans, you know, to see the reactions. In the middle of 90s, to be precise in 1995, a one-shot issue of the Spider-Man meets the 2099 Spider-Man was released by Marvel, in which Miguel and original Peter Parker, by saying original I mean Earth 616, were switched places, you know, were put to different universes. What happened next was the fact that Miguel, now in the alternative universe, woke up next to Mary Jane Watson. Check out this picture. I mean, it's Miguel kissing Mary Jane, and it seems that it's sort of like, you know, against her will. I mean, it's not that they are in love or anything, but knowing Miguel, it does look his style, you know. And yeah, the original Spider was having troubles in the future in the meantime. The reasons for this mess was a failed experiment on the temporal energy generator, which was caused by powerful corporations such as Alchemax and Fukujima. I guess I pronounced it right. So, you know, it did happen a few years ago. What makes you think that Marvel won't do it this time? Like switching both Spidey's places and bringing them into alternative universes. It also gives me another hope and thought that we actually might see Peter Parker once again, the original one, since I doubt he will get killed in the issue 700. You know, a picture of the suit, you know, a sketch, a slight improvement over the suit. The more aggressive look of it just only supports the character's traits, such as his huge ego and, you know, the aura of badassness around him. You know, Miguel's 2099 suit did look quite aggressive and edgy as well. A razor sharp back logo looks pretty badass as well. I mean guys, Miguel himself was a darker Spidey. It's a fact, and that's what we've been told a couple of days ago, weeks ago, that the new Superior Spider-Man takes this new darker path. It will be a dark Spidey. It will be quite gritty and slightly different from the Spider-Man we used to know. It's been said that, you know who the Superior Spider-Man is. We just have to wait. You know who? One of the Spider is probably time traveling. I'm pretty sure it's time traveling. Miguel goes back from the future. Many people tend to believe that O'Hara is like totally Hispanic character and claim, believe that the guy kissing Mary Jane Watson is sort of like white. Miguel was never super tanned. He's actually half white, half half Spanish, Mexican. Alright, and so here's now how I think things are going to happen. Miguel goes back from the future and joins the 616 universe, alright, in the first issue. He will stay here and be the new Spider for a couple of months. After that, Marvel announces that there is a new series of the 2099 issues with Miguel O'Hara getting back to the future. And it will sell quite well since people's memory, of Miguel is totally recalled now. Plus, some who didn't read the old 2099 issues will be aware of the O'Hara and probably enjoy his character. Meanwhile, like in few months after the release of the Superior Spider-Man 1, Peter Parker gets back from the future and becomes the new and now current Superior Spider-Man. And to end this whole thing, I just want to say that if Dan Slott did troll us, after all, if it was supposed to be a joke, or something, it will seriously backfire back to him. I mean, people are tend to believe now, especially the Miguel fans, that it's O'Hara, and will probably buy the first issue just because of him, to find later that it's not Miguel O'Hara and it's somebody else, perhaps Parker himself, which is unlikely. Harsh criticism, Dan's reputation will probably go way down, after all this thing, since he did upset a lot of fans. It will simply dry away all the potential readers, Alright, so post your theories, guys. What do you think about it? Do you think it was a fake tweet? Do you think it's a red herring? Or perhaps you're sure, as me, that it's Miguel? Alright, have a nice day, guys.